Hey, I'm gonna eat in my car again while driving it. I should probably put my car in drive and not just hit the gas pedal when I'm in park. That's wasteful. This is from Jack in the Box. They serve brunch now. They serve lunch, they serve breakfast, and now they've combined the two into this thing called Brunch. Apparently, it's primo brunch hours right now because it's 11 a.m. That's like way after you should have had breakfast already, but it's a little too early for lunch. So to combine the two together, they get mashed into a thing that's acceptable to eat at 11 a.m. What I got is a combo that means it comes with sides, a drink, and the normal food that you came there for in the first place. The other stuff is just extra to make you spend more money. It works. I got a brunch burger. It's a burger on a croissant. That's what it looks like. And then instead of getting hash browns or French fries, I got muffins. And a drink. But it's not in the bag because drinks don't go in bags. This is what the drink looks like. They call it a blood orange fruit cooler. So I guess I should start eating this thing. My driving is going to be a little weird because I'm in the UCLA area, so there's like a bunch of people like walking around. Because I guess in college they don't teach you that it's not cool to just not like walk out into the street in front of cars or something. So I'm like constantly almost hitting people here when I'm in this area. So I have to be careful and try not to kill anyone. Also, my brake pads are like really worn down, so I have to be super extra careful. You might hear a little bit of grinding. Alright, like 3 bites in and I already need to take a fucking drink. Fruit cooler, $1 as fuck. Way better than regular normal soda. I don't know if it would retain its appeal in like a can or a bottle. I think part of the fruit cooler experience is it's in the cup with the ice. Something very satisfying about this. That it's like the beverage version of flicking the ash off your cigarette. I hope this pedestrian doesn't cross. Okay, she didn't. I wasn't gonna stop. I would have honked my horn really loud. I don't know if I would have gunned the gas, but you know, when people do stupid shit like that, you gotta teach an impactful lesson into their brains. Put their scare in them so that they learn to not do it again. Good looking girl in some really small shorts back there. There's a lot of those walking around. They should call it UCLA, University of California looking at asses. And they should call USC University a stupid cunts, because everyone who goes there is just a snobby piece of crap. They're like my least favorite kind of people to pick up is USC students. In case you're wondering what makes this a brunch burger instead of a regular burger, it's on a croissant instead of a bun, and it's got egg. It also has cheese and bacon, but those are pretty normal things to have on a lunchtime burger also. I really hope I don't hit anyone making this U-turn. There's like little kids and their grandparents, old people walking around. Like, seriously, teach your kids not to run in the street, look both ways. I learned that shit. I didn't go chasing after like runaway basketballs in the road. So I don't see a reason why I should have to slow down in a residential area. It's, you know, if you're not going to teach your kids to not be reckless, what are you even doing letting them play in the front yard? God, it's sparkly. Another cute looking girl at the bus stop. Oh, it's getting hot in here. It's 11 a.m. so the sun's out. And it's hot. I've got the air conditioner off. So you can, ooh, that one's fat. That was a big fucking lady back there. They got some of those too. University of California large asses. I forgot what I was saying. I'll remember it later. That's how fat that woman was. She blanked out my memory for like a few seconds. Now let's get to these sides. They're not French fries, they're not hash browns. They're motherfucking mini muffins, orange cranberry flavored, and there's 3 of them. The thing about mini muffins is, like when you get a regular size muffin, there's like the top part that's got that nice browning on the top, and like all the toppings and fruits and shit are like embedded in there, but they don't penetrate deeper into the cup part of the cupcake or the muffin. Cupcake muffin, they're conceptually the same kind of shape, and they both have the same problem. With muffins, it's, you know, like berries and nuts, and with cupcakes, it's sprinkles and frosting. Point is, you eat the top off, and you just got like basically like a slug of bread. And it doesn't have all that extra goodness that was on the top. But with the mini muffins, they're so tiny that it's like, it's just, that was only a mild inconvenience. Or I could circumvent the whole process and just put the whole thing in my mouth like I'm taking an Advil. Just like, I'm just squished with the just collapses in your mouth because it's like 30% air pockets. Makes your mouth really dry though. A croissant make my hand greasy. That's one of the complaints I have about croissants in general. They're like slick. They make your hand slimy. You always gotta wash your hand after you handle a croissant. I feel like one of those dogs or a horse when like people give them the peanut butter. I just muffins are like peanut butter for people. One more left. I'm gonna break this into little pieces and just delicately feed it to myself. Take this one slow. Sometimes you gotta savor things. Appreciate the intricacies and the nuance. Fucking make your left turn, dickhead. Jesus Christ. This person is being way too generous with the pedestrians in the crosswalk. Instead of just like going when he has a gap between people, he's waiting for everyone to get completely clear of the crosswalk in both directions. Even though it's like 40 feet wide. I really wish I could remember what I was talking about before that fat girl blew up my brain. You should have seen how fat she was. Ooh. I feel like these muffins are like expanding in my stomach. Like when you give, like that bear that got into the dried apple chips and then drank a bunch of water. And then like his stomach burst open, or like when you give bread to seagulls. Or is it pigeons? Oh, it's rice. It's rice to the doves at the wedding. They eat it, and they eat the dry rice, and then they explode because it expands in their gut. I'm skeptical that that's actually how that works. Birds eat all kinds of seeds and grains all the time and never explode because of it. It's not like rice has magical exploding powers. If it did, the Chinese would have discovered it and used it to make fireworks. They make rice out of everything. They make everything out of rice. They got rice paper houses. They make wine and beer out of rice. So if there was a way to turn rice into fireworks or explosives, the Chinese would have been on that shit like 8,000 years ago. The ice in this is melting. Ah, that reminds me. What I was thinking about when that fat girl disrupted my whole thought process. It's hot in here because I have the AC off. I have the AC off so you can hear me better. So, just be aware that that's the level of suffering I'm willing to go through. It's 76 degrees outside. So inside the car with the greenhouse effect from the glass and me exhaling carbon dioxide, you know, it's like the tin foil with the potatoes inside. The heat like radiates off, hits the surface and bounces back in again, and more comes in from the light of the sun through the window. So the point I was trying to make is This is the level of suffering that I put myself through for the sake of my art and your entertainment. You should be grateful and appreciative of the lengths I'm willing to go for your benefit, my audience. Whoever you may be, wherever you are. You know, whatever motivates you to keep on keeping on with whatever you're doing. See, that's how you know when your drink gets all watered down and loses flavor and uses that carbonated sparkle from the ice melting because it's hot, and then you just got that sound and the last bit's going flying up into the straw. That's how you know you're out of beverage, and then it's just maracas, Olay. I'm going to hold on to this muffin wrapper the whole time I've been drinking this. Alright. That's the end of that meal.